studio and academy, and this is Kamilan. Today I'm going to take a topic that is very important and most of them suffer, like thinking about this regarding the tattoo. It's like cover-up tattoo. So why do people go for cover-up tattoo is either like 3-4 reasons. Let's consider like first reason that they already got a tattoo and they would like to cover it up because they don't like it or they don't regret it. Like they may be regretting for the tattoo. And the second option is like they may get some names and all those stuffs, and later like the person would have disappeared, so they would like to cover up for the and take their memories to the future, so they would like to cover it up. So like there are certain situations where when we go to cover up tattoos, like people first thing they don't think of the design they need, they don't go for the proper design. When it comes to cover up, like you can't choose your design, any design that you need. The design should contain more of a shading and it has to be suitable to cover up the tattoo. The key points that you have to note is like, the size of the tattoo should be at least 2 to 3 times bigger than the whole tattoo. And moreover, like sometimes the tattoo would have been a little bit deeper. So the first tattoo, because of that, they will have the bulginess on the skin. So even though you do that tattoo, the bulginess is never going to go and it's going to be there. So to do this very clearly and properly, you need to have certain things, like when you're choosing a design, you have to make sure the tattoo is bigger, and then the colors and matters, everything matters. If your whole tattoo is like too darker, you can't get it with like a very light color tattoo, because like the darker shade will be exposed no matter how many times you're going to do the lighter colors. So you have to go with the darker colors, and the shadings has to be like very much proper, and like sometimes it may take like 2 to 3 sittings, like sessions for the tattoo to be completed, but most of them doesn't have that patience. So usually the cover up are like not something very easy, and sometimes you can go with the laser to reduce the pigmentation of the whole tattoo, and then you could get a new tattoo to cover up. So these are some of the options that we have, and like we will be showing that some of our cover ups, like what we have done on the slides, on the slideshows. Like no matter how big, like sometimes what happens is like even though you get the cover up tattoo done, like there will be certain things of the whole tattoo seen. So like it is like very much like risky job to do when it comes to cover up, and you have to make sure like you choose the right artist to do your cover ups. If not, like you're gonna mess up the new tattoo also, because most of them I have personally seen some of the clients, like they have come here with me like getting their 3rd, 4th tattoo, and they are not still satisfied with it. What happens is like they would have got a small tattoo done, so to cover up they would have gone for a bigger tattoo, where the second tattoo will be a complete mess up, because they wouldn't have noticed the shading techniques, they wouldn't have noticed the outline, or they wouldn't have like thought like this can cover up. On the temporary base like when you do a tattoo, initially it's gonna look brighter, it's gonna look darker because of the highlight whites that you're gonna get, so it's gonna look good. As time goes on, like obviously the tattoo is gonna fade a little bit. So as it fades out, like you're not gonna be happy with the tattoo, because the whole tattoo also will start to expose on it, and you will not the first tattoo also will not be clear, and the second tattoo will also not be clear. So in that case, like you're gonna mess up both the tattoos, and then you come for a 3rd section if you want to cover it up. But in that case, like you cannot do it, because you have to go for a laser, reduce the pigmentation, and then go for the 3rd tattoo maybe if you would like to. And there are like risks in that. So I suggest people, like if you're going for a cover up tattoo, make sure like you have a proper design, well planned, take some time of your own, and go to a proper artist like you can do it. Like, make sure like you take time to suggest, like decide the design that you want to get, so that you don't regret it in the future. If it is a first time tattoo, it is an entirely different scenario where like you don't have to worry or regret. You can get it in a proper way. But when it comes to cover ups, like you need to be like more and more conscious of your designs and like what you're going to do, so that your tattoo is not like looking odd, and it is like perfectly defined tattoo. So you have to make sure like anything that you do, like make sure like you're selecting the proper and perfect design for the cover up, and make sure like sometimes of course this happens, like when it comes to cover up, like you can't go with it always, you can't go with the design that you require. You will have to go with the options that we also show, like because only such tattoos can cover your tattoos. There will be such thing sure you make a proper decision. So we'll take this further ahead. So we will be showing you some of our works too, like how we cover things up. So as you have seen all these cover up tattoos, and there are a lot more works which I have posted on my Instagram page. So you could check out on the description that we have given below. And there is, like, make sure you are like, when you're going for a cover up tattoo, make sure you make the right choice. That is more important. And stay tuned, guys. We will go in depth about tattooing and all kinds of tattoos and every detailed bit of it. So stay tuned and more. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button. Thank you so much. Have a great time.